Alright, what's going on guys out there on the internet? Welcome to the video. My name is Brando Linick and I'm actually pretty excited to be sharing this information with you really quickly here in this video, and I promise it'll be quick, so you're going to want to pay close attention because ultimately the discussion that I'm going to have with you is actually how to sell Teespring shirts online. I'm going to talk about how people are doing this to make an income. I'm going to share with you really why it comes down to 3 important principles that you have to understand and you're going to want to pay close attention to, because I'll tell you, people who don't know this stuff, they get started with Teespring and they make no money or they make very, very little money, and they really grind it out for a long time until they actually quit. So if you don't want to fall into that category, you're going to want to know this. Alright, so how do you actually sell Teespring shirts? It's a really awesome question, and like I said, it comes down to 3 things, which is first, knowing your target market, second, attracting that target market to you, and third, making sure that what you have is actually of value to the marketplace. Now, went over that pretty quickly, which is why I'm going to break these down in detail for you so you can take this from this video and you can go apply it out there in the marketplace. Okay, so knowing your target market, this is very essential. This is the first key step that you need to know when it comes to selling Teespring shirts. And the reason is because a lot of people I've seen, they get started on Teespring and they start making all these crazy customizable shirts thinking that automatically it'll sell overnight. Not the case, okay? You need to get as specific as you possibly can to a gender, to a person, to an audience, okay? This means personalizing your shirts, whether that is a t-shirt, whether that is a sweater, okay, or a tank top, and personalizing it to a woman, to a male, okay? And you want to do this by looking at what competitors are doing at high-end stores or competitors who are already using Teespring and who are making a lot of sales, and looking at their designs, looking at what they're doing, not copying them, but modeling them and applying it to your own shirts, alright? And you want to create your own designs and your own logos, okay? And you want to personalize it to an audience. So don't go male and female, but go specifically male, alright? Or specifically female, and specifically with a certain design that females like because you saw a design that females are, buying a lot from a certain competitor on Teespring, alright? Just to give you an idea. So you want to personalize everything to a specific group, a specific audience. That's the first thing that you need to do. So target your market. The second thing you need to do is attract that target market to you. There's a million and one ways to do this. There's a lot of information out there, and it's not a lack of information when it comes to this, it's really just the wisdom and the application part, because a lot of people, what they'll do, and this is kind of why they screw this up when it comes to Teespring, is when they try and attract that market to them, that target market, pardon me, is they'll send them straight to their Teespring checkout page with that product and service. You don't want to do that. You want to separate yourself above the competition, and the best way to do that is through attraction marketing systems, and I'll touch base on that in a second. But the third thing is just adding value, making sure that everything is just giving more value to the customer at the end, and really that's the 3 things that you have to know when it comes to selling Teespring shirts. So I hope that makes sense. I hope that clears up some things. Exactly like I said, it's not that complicated, it's not that confusing, but a lot of people do it. Alright, so fundamentally, the last tip I could give you here and leave you with, if you want to make money with Teespring, or whether you decide to join Teespring and sell their t-shirts, or you don't, you find another thing that you want to do online to make money, the best tip I could give you is learn how to track an endless amount of people to your products and services through third-party systems of attraction marketing. This is a breakthrough that I had just a couple months ago when I came across a person who's making just ridiculous amounts of money online without creating their own products and services, without dealing with shipping and handling, without dealing with inventory costs, without any of that overhead. And because they weren't doing that or anything technical, I started to copy and model what they're doing, and in 2.5 weeks was able to create a full-time income working part-time. And the reason I share that with you is because there's a lot of noise out there on the internet, tons of noise, I'm sure you're well aware of it. And like I said, whether you decide to get started and try and build an income with Teespring or not, the best thing that you could do is just connect with someone. If you're looking at this because you want to build an income and a business online, connect with someone who's already doing it. Connect with someone who's already building an income online that's flexible, that creates leverage and time freedom, and model what they're doing. So hope you enjoyed the video. It's been a pleasure talking with you. Hope that clears up some questions for you. If you do want to learn how to do this, if you want to learn how I've been able to create a full-time income working part-time, if you want to learn the skills to building a leveraged, flexible income on the internet, whether it's with Teespring or something else you decide to join, check out my site, connect with me if you've got that drive, you're willing to learn some things, you're not afraid of some simple work, because it did require work. What I've been able to do, I did have to learn some things. Then I'll put a link down below. Like I said, it's 123marketingtips.com, and you'll see a video there from myself and my partner both explaining in more detail how to do this. So appreciate you, it's been a pleasure, and I'll see you on the beach of the world this year. Take care.